and off we go.
Harry Potter's first year at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry was very eventful indeed. Along with his friends Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger, Harry had managed to defeat Lord Voldemort, the greatest dark sorcerer of all time. But now Harry was back at number 4 Privet Drive. He was often locked in his room, and even though he was a wizard, he couldn't escape because he wasn't allowed to use magic. Then, one evening towards the end of the summer holidays, a house elf named Dobby appeared. Dobby warned Harry not to return to Hogwarts.
Harry Potter must not go back to Hogwarts. If Harry Potter goes back, he will be in mortal danger. There is a plot, Harry Potter, a plot to make most terrible things happen.
Dobby disappeared, and shortly after, Ron Weasley and his brothers Fred and George arrived in a flying Ford Anglia to rescue Harry from his prison. Harry told them all about Dobby's warning.
Very fishy. I reckon old Dobby was sent as someone's idea of a joke. Can you think of anyone at school with a grudge against you?
Draco Malfoy.
Eventually, they landed at Ron's house, the Burrow.
Touchdown!
Ron's mother, Molly Weasley, marched across the yard and came to a halt in front of them. She didn't look pleased.
Bed's empty, no note, car gone. Out of my mind with worry.
It seemed to go on for hours, and Mrs. Weasley had shouted herself hoarse before she turned to Harry.
Very pleased to see you, Harry dear. Ronald Weasley, I thought I asked you to stop that ghoul from making such a racket. He's still dropping pipes over the attic floor. It's driving me mad.
Come on, Harry, let's go.
And they did.
Two minutes and a half before you can play. Ah, come on.
Hello, Harry. Thanks, Harry. Come on, Harry.
I don't care. Let me play.
I see Dad saying you've been... That's it, Harry. Now the other one.
Ronald!
Oh dear, watch me. Okay. Right. Use your direction. Right, Harry.
Why there's so many pipes?
Nice work.
Ah, that's much quieter. Now I need you boys to denome the garden for me. Go find Mr. Weasley. He's by the shed messing about with non-magical junk.
Right. leaves his junk everywhere. It drives Mum
Why
mad.
can't they skip this?
Try smashing these barrels with a fully... No! Hey, look! Ginny's over by the Puffs game patch. Why don't you go and chat to her? She's been a bit shy lately.
Hello, Harry. Pleased to meet you. I'm Ginny. Guide the Puffs game. If you guide the Puffs, whenever you get a wizard card, it is put. There are two types of famous witch.
I don't know the cards. Let's go.
Hello, Harry. Use your Wingardium Leviosa spell to charm and move the junk. Holding the X button levitates each piece. Could you
Wingardium Leviosa!
That's right, Harry.
Wingardium Leviosa!
That's right, Harry.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Well done.
Thanks for helping Dad out, Harry. The sooner we do...
Yoshi, thank you for the follow.
Time to put this... Mum wants us to fling a... Once you reach... Try it. Don't worry. Try again. Don't worry. Don't worry. That was really good fun.
Okay.
Hello there.
A wizard.
Don't tell me.
Is this? Of course it's safe.
Okay, every time you... And don't think... Okay?
Get ready. Jewel.
Young Potter's going to have to be on his guard this afternoon. Fred Weasley's a master tactician.
Ow.
Ow. Lovely work from Potter. Weasley's got his work cut out now. Oh, my word. That's real skill from the youngster.
Ah.
That's terrific stuff.
Ah.
Well done, Harry. You won the first round.
Get ready. Jewel.
And the duel gets underway, with Fred getting quickly into his rhythm. Oh my real skill from the youngster. Ow! Lovely work from Potter. Weasley's got his work cut out now.
Expelliarmus!
Well done.
Good idea.
See that TV?
That will release.
Oh, I nearly forgot.
Get ready! Jewel!
Nice work from Potter. For a beginner, he's doing really well. Great work there. That's lovely work. Nice stuff there.
Okay, one.
Get ready! Jewel! Press the circle button to cast that special jinx!
Lovely work from Potter. Weasley's got his work cut out now. Oh my word!
Expelliarmus!
Ow! Wow, look!
We need to find Ginny. She's one. Oh, by the way, if you find you're getting a...
No. I can't even remember where I should go.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Oh, wait. Thank you.
Wingardium Leviosa! Wingardium Leviosa! Wingardium Leviosa!
Thank you, Yoshi. Game's so laggy. Come on.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Yeah, I know. PS1 is not the best you can have. HP5 is unstable.
Oh, hi, Harry. Thank goodness you came.
You're talking about the PC version?
Ginny! There you are! Nice work, Harry. Hope to...
Well, I'm playing on emulator.
As you've never travelled
So
by through powder before,
When you're in the fire
It's
pit,
less powerful
and
than
keep
a
your elbows-
PS2.
Mind you get out at the right fuck.
Oh, you piece of cake! Diagon Alley!
I'll buy a PS2 someday. Just to play these games. Here we go. I think that this is a time save for my PB. Yeah. Good. Okay, I'll try it this way. Yeah. Another turn. I never played the HP5. Well, at least I had the PS2 version, but it didn't work. I don't know why. So I don't really know the game. Yo, Caesar. Thank you.
Harry had no idea where he was. All he could tell was that he wasn't in Diagon Alley. Evil-looking masks stared down from the wall, and rusty
It's been a pain, that slide, but
The sooner I get out
less
of
than
here,
my
the
PB.
better.
Harry heard a noise from the door nearby, and two blurry shapes appeared on the other side of the glass. Harry looked quickly around and spotted
Parts
a
of the
large
game
red
are always
cabinet.
long.
He shot inside it and pulled the doors closed, leaving a small crack to peer through. Seconds later, a bell clanged, and Draco Malfoy stepped into the shop. The man who was with Draco could only be his father, Lucius Malfoy.
Touch nothing, Draco.
Mr. Malfoy was trying to sell the shopkeeper certain dark magical items that he didn't want to
Rest in peace, Ronald Weasley. Yeah, that's the part where you're followed by the train and you need to run on the car.
Hogwarts' new defense against the dark arts
And
teacher was signing his latest
Ron
book.
tells you
Nice big
to
smile, Harry.
avoid scratching the paint on the car,
Harry
or
met up with
his
Ron
father
and
would
Ginny.
kill him.
Lucius and Draco Malfoy were also there.
Famous Harry Potter. Can't even go into a bookshop without making the front page.
Ginny, who was very fond of Harry,
You can't really avoid that.
Leave him alone. He didn't want all that.
Lucius
It's a funny thing
Malfoy
to do.
insulted the scruffy state of the second-hand books Ginny had bought.
I suppose those books are the best your father can give you.
Lucius plucked a copy of A Beginner's Guide to Transformation from Ginny's cauldron, examined it briefly, and then replaced it. No one at that time realized how much of an effect this gesture from Lucius Malfoy would have on their lives, and they all left the shop none the wiser. They found the car in Charing Cross Road, and after making it invisible, flew it into the sky over London. They saw the Hogwarts Express far below and followed it for some time.
Looks like we've lost the train. Let's check out that tunnel. Looks like we found the train, Ron. Try not to scratch the paintwork or my dad will kill me.
Yeah, that's it.
Pick up the speed boost to stay ahead of the train.
That's what I was
Watch out
saying.
for any obstacles.
And now Ron is dead. No. It's not where I wanted to go. Here. Why are all these lights here? I mean,
Must be near the end of these tunnels.
only way rail?
Keep going, Harry. We've got to reach the end of the tunnel soon.
I mean, it makes sense. They are all green, since you
Almost
can
there, Harry.
pass.
Connect the pickups to repair some of the damage the car has taken.
Oh dear. Thank you. Are you serious?
Excellent! You got a famous Witches and Wizards card.
Yeah, excellent. That was unnecessary.
Almost there, Harry. Phew, that was really close. I didn't think we'd make it out of the tunnel. Excellent, Harry. There's Hogwarts. Try and land the car.
Here's one Chamber of Secrets. Yeah, yeah.
There's something wrong with the car. I don't have control anymore.
Also welcome, Red Mask.
Line that tree! Help! I can't get out! Harry, you need to get close to the tree and cast a spell at what looks like its mouth. Nintendo! 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 Charge up your jinx before moving close to the tree, Harry!
I mean, Ron has always been useless in the first movies, books. Shut up. Okay. Emulator problems.
By the time Harry and Ron had escaped from the Whomping Willow, the sorting ceremony had already begun. They peered in at the Great Hall and watched as the aged-old sorting hat placed new students into the 4 Hogwarts houses, as it had for so many years past. Harry remembered putting the sorting hat on a year ago, and for a few horrible seconds he had feared the hat was going to put him into Slytherin, along with Draco Malfoy.
Not Slytherin, eh? Well, if you're sure, better be Gryffindor!
But of course, he had ended up in Gryffindor, along with Ron and Hermione. As they watched the sorting, Harry noticed that at least one teacher was missing from the staff table.
That's hilarious.
Where's Snape?
And then,
don't worry, I know what to do.
Harry dreaded
but please help me.
It was Professor Snape, Harry's least favorite teacher.
I'm waiting to hear why you two didn't arrive on the school train.
It was a great start to the term, thought Harry, as they followed Snape to his office. Once there, Snape nastily admonished them about flying the car to Hogwarts.
You will go immediately to your common room, and I will think about how to punish you.
Looking good as always. I always got scared as a kid when the game focuses on Snape's face.
Can you believe our luck? Come on, Ron, no problem.
Where am I going?
Harry Potter mustn't stay at Hogwarts.
Wow! Harry Potter! I'm in Griffin. Everyone told, and you really do have that lightning scarf. It's brilliant.
Flying a car.
Brilliant.
Hello, Isaac.
We'd better get to.
What Ron does here is, look, I don't know the password for our common room, so go find Hermione, because I'm useless.
Pick snap?
I'm sorry.
Oh, Ron. You look happy.
That, in fact,
Is Hermione?
of course.
At least you get to control Ron in The Prisoner of Azkaban.
Harry, the password. Harry.
So that makes him less useless.
Harry.
password.
What a...
That's almost creepy.
We made it!
Yes, Ron, we did. Did I trigger the... I don't remember. I don't remember this part. Do I need to trigger Hermione?
Looks like this is... Come on, you... I forgot how much I missed her. Wow! Have a look at my...
You don't? Ah, okay.
Come on.
So you can just go ahead and skip talking to Hermione. Yeah, I remember that.
To get to the green, if we're going to
I know it's magic and all, but why is the castle different between the Philosopher's Stone and the Chamber of Secrets? Magic. Of course.
Apologies.
Is cutscene skippable?
It's her bot.
Please don't get angry at me. I last played this game 2 months ago.
Get to her if you beat me.
Well, that's good news for next time. I don't even know if this will be a PB, but I don't care. Every cutscene? Ah, okay.
Well done. Here is...
Only diagonally? Okay. You know, I'm actually surprised there's a 10 minutes difference between your time and Tia's on the leaderboard.
And A, watch my complete E. Get ready. Perfect. 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 Oh dear. Oh dear. Keep trying. Oh dear.
That's enough, I think. Upper Hogwarts.
Most impressive. Perfect. 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 Keep trying. Keep trying.
Oh
keep
dear.
Trying. Oh dear. Bravo. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Oh dear.
Okay, that's
oh
enough.
Dear. Keep trying.
Just in case. Don't worry, you're not alone, Whip.
Mr. Potter,
I also like this game. It's like my childhood.
welcome to greet. This is a mandrake. Its cry is very dangerous, which I need you to collect at least 3 mandrakes from this greenhouse. Of course, the more mandrakes you collect, the more house...
HP1 is better.
Harry, what? What? Speak up, Hermione!
Look! That mandrake's
I don't
being
know.
attacked by those giant slugs.
Not
Keep
yet,
yourself
at
onto
least.
slugs. Good luck, Harry.
I still have to decide which is my favorite. Come on.
Incendio! 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 Ah!
Nah. Come on.
Incendio!
I think my incendio is broken.
Incendio! Incendio! Incendio!
Yeah,
Incendio!
I'd also like to skip the slide part.
Incendio! Wingardium Leviosa!
It's so laggy and bad. Oh yeah, there's also Death Day skip. Should I download that? A different plugin
Wingardium
for the emulator.
Leviosa!
Because this thing's really annoying. Well, at least it doesn't happen during normal playthrough.
Wingardium Leviosa!
So which is easier for you?
Well done, Mr. There are still more mandrakes to...
No, I don't.
Well done, Miss. There are still more mandrakes to... 25 how...
Do you find the Fireside skip or Death Day skip easier? I can skip that.
You
I
can
think.
keep trying to beat the school record for
Fuck
the
off.
biology lesson race.
You can't. I'll try to learn it at some point, but not yet. Yeah, I often see Simeon on stream, and I can tell it's hard.
All right, Harry. Grab your broomstick and we'll begin the training. Welcome to Quidditch, which is why, first off, this broom won't let steer left and right to fly between the poles.
Are you referring to Claudius Hit?
Fly through the poles, Harry. Good work. Keep it up. Good work. Keep it up. That's good. Good work. Keep it up. That's good. Excellent. For that performance, you've earned your gold wings and 25 heist points for Gryffindor. Right, Harry. I've got two Here's the first. Some people prefer the... Do you want to try them again? So, Harry, if you decide you've completed basic Quidditch training. Good session, Harry.
Hey, Harry! I don't know. Yeah, why not? That's true. How about here? Remember, Harry. And look. Right. Get ready!
I have to ask something to you, Whip. Do I need to beat Ron? Or let Ron beat me?
That's it. Stay focused, use your feet and dodge my jinxes. Good shot, Harry. Well played, Harry. That's round one to you.
That's not considered as a death abuse. I'll do it next time, since I already won. So the only one is after the defense against the dark arts class.
Expelliarmus!
I won, so never mind.
Have you heard this? I wonder who it could be. It's me. Very latest model. Only came out. At least no one. You'll pay for that, Malfoy. Ron.
Sorry, Red Mask.
Ron, you follow.
I have to allow your comment. I can't right now. I can't see chat. Too many messages. Ouch. I'm actually surprised it's not a tool-assisted thing. That's nice to know. I'm wondering, why do I have to follow Ron? I mean, he's always in Hagrid's hut, so he should know the way. Well, I mean, he is... Yeah, Hermione said so. I think it's implied in this part that Ron's wand is broken.
Right, Harry, we got to move the book. Good luck.
Hagrid, help me. Nah. Ah.
Well done.
How are you feeling, Ron?
Okay, see you.
Ron, yeah, but thanks for the yuck. Gosh, do we really have, well, defense.
Yeah, not a single good thing happens to Ron. It's like Hagrid says, "Oh no, now I have to wipe the floor." That means you have to try again. I'm sorry, Harry. I'm sorry, Ron. No, not now.
This should be a
I'll let you kill me another time.
Are you okay, Harry? I'm fine.
Nice RNG. Really. I'm low on health. That's bad. Oh, come on.
Come on, Harry!
Shut up.
Quite excellent.
I don't want a sign. I want to get out of here. Harry looks like he doesn't want to be here.
Hello, class. Today I'm going to watch my do this tweet. Are you ready? Very stylish. Just like me.
Where is Lockhart's neck?
Dear. Oh dear.
I don't care.
Dear.
I just want to kick him in the ass.
That's it. Perfection! Perfection! Oh dear. Oh dear.
I'll show you that I actually named him Lockhart in my splits.
One more to go. Very stylish. Just like me. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh no. You've earned the pot if you come back. Now be warm. No harm. A freshly don't worry.
Looks like look. I'll take care of Winapixie's Petrificus. You can only let
Petrificus totalis.
Wingard steer the pit. Simple, isn't perfect. Okay, I'll catch this pixie. Remember.
Shut up.
Petrificus totalis. Wingardium Leviosa.
Well done,
Very good.
Yeah. Run like a bitch. I need this, just in case. I don't want this to turn into an 80%.
Petrificus totalis. Wingardium Leviosa. Petrificus totalis. Wingardium Leviosa.
No, the English pronunciation of Latin words is hilarious, in my opinion.
Petrificus totalis.
Maybe that's because I'm Italian
Wingardium Leviosa.
and my language is closer to Latin.
Petrificus totalis. Wingardium Leviosa. Petrificus totalis. Wingardium Leviosa.
Well done.
Obviously, you should shut up.
Isn't he one?
Isn't he wonderfully stupid?
Hello. Hello. Tomorrow it will be. Perhaps you can.
A death day party.
I've never heard of a. Sounds dead depressing to me.
The race for the House Cup continues.
No, I heard the
Ravenclaw?
original dub for
Hufflepuff?
The Prisoner of Azkaban. And when I heard Harry say Expecto Patronum, I couldn't stop laughing.
Gryffindor. Gryffindor are in the lead on house points. The race for the House Cup is heating.
Come on. Yes. more. That's my part. This way.
Wasn't that nearly... Yes, it's brilliant.
I'd rather starve in that than eating something at the death day. You know, I'm like, come on, eat something. No, I'm good.
I have a... This way.
I hope you can skip that trigger without any problems.
It's body weight.
Yeah.
Incendio!
Fuck off.
Incendio! 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 Incendio!
The dungeon isn't. Can't find you.
Why is Beef so annoying?
Nintendo! 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 Nintendo!
Can't find you.
Fuck off.
Poor old Potty.
I wonder if I'm ahead or behind my PB. That I can know for sure, since I didn't have splits last time. I hope I'm ahead. Even by a second.
Blimey!
I don't care.
Let's go!
So glad you couldn't make it, Harry. May I recommend the mouldy bread and the stinking salmon?
No, I'm good.
Peas, Harry. These are... Feel...
Happy Death Day, Nick. I think Ron has a present for you.
Yo, Silver. Thank you. Yeah, I know, that's my PB. It's only that I don't know where if I'm ahead or behind. Yeah, that'd be useful, thank you. I mean, you just need to check the timer when I beat Pips. Oh, really? The same amount of damage? Fuck off. Okay. I mean, it's not different at all, but... So I'm 2 minutes ahead.
The voice was growing
That's
fainter,
good.
and Harry was sure it was moving away, moving upwards.
I think I got all the time save in the first slide.
On the wall ahead. Harry approached slowly.
After you rescue Ginny.
Mrs. Norris, Filch's cat, was hanging by her tail from a torch bracket. She was as stiff as a board, her eyes wide and staring. Foot-high words had been daubed on the wall above the petrified cat. Harry shuddered.
My goal for now is 2 hours and 7 minutes.
Enemies of the air, beware.
Before Harry could leave,
but of course,
appeared in the corridor.
I can be faster.
When Filch saw Mrs. Norris, he screeched accusingly at Harry.
You've murdered my cat. You've killed her.
And then Draco Malfoy shouted out to everyone gathered.
Enemies of the air, beware. You'll be next, mudbloods.
Professor Dumbledore calmed everyone down and sent them all to bed.
I think I also have time save in the Goyle part.
And both he and Harry went to meet her.
And of course the stealth part. Since I got
sure that Draco
shitty RNG.
Polly what?
Polyjuice. To make the pod... Okay, and I'll get the Horn of Bicorn. You two had better get to potions class. When I found a place to prepare the Polyjuice potion...
I go to potion class and you skip the class. Fair enough.
Silence! I suggest them. Pay attention. With this done. Good enough. Now remember, class dismissed.
Hello there.
Of course.
It's nearly happened.
General Hagrid.
Like getting... Oh yeah.
Leeches. All right then.
Okay, Hag.
Let's see if you can get to fling when you reach the... Try and throw... Don't worry, Harry. Don't worry about... Don't worry, Harry. Don't worry, Harry. Don't worry, Harry. That were a... Well... Wasn't that fun, Harry?
It's a bit late.
Thanks for saving me.
Dave, did you manage to... I got some flaxweed.
I think it doesn't matter. I always got a good Malfoy
And as we join, slithering up
in my runs of this game.
What's going?
All right, there's someone.
There's the Malfoys. There they go after the snitch. It's heading for the stands.
Amazing.
I've lost sight.
Come on, Draco, let me burn you.
You ruined my groove.
Hello? Where is the snitch? Really? I got past the snitch. Is that even possible?
Potter's going for the snitch. Come on, Hat! Look out!
I should clip that.
Harry's arm was hanging at a very strange angle, but in his good hand he held the snitch.
Aha! We've won.
Lockhart told Harry to lie back as he tried to mend his arm with a charm. A strange and unpleasant sensation started at his shoulder and spread all the way down to his fingertips. His arm didn't hurt anymore, nor did it feel remotely like an arm.
Ah, yes. Well, that can sometimes happen. So, Harry, just toddle up to the hospital wing. Madame Pomfrey will be able to, tidy you up a bit.
The next moment, Dumbledore and McGonagall were backing into the room, carrying what looked like a statue. Together, they heaved it onto a bed.
It means that the Chamber of Secrets is indeed open again.
Hermione whispered to Harry that it was about time he collected together the ingredients for the polyjuice potion.
As soon as your arm is better, I think you should go to Diagon Alley.
It was half-term by the time Harry's arm was better, and following Hermione's advice, he caught the train to London. Harry met Hagrid in Diagon Alley.
Yeah, you can't actually skip this.
Go and get yours. I'm going up. I'll meet you back.
This one is actually stupid.
Nice here. Oh, I am Malfoy. Alright.
Oh, I forgot. Your mom is fucking dead. Ha 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 ha.
Please help. I'll give you any...
Have you got any?
There you...
Welcome to...
It doesn't look...
Is this bad? How can I help?
Can I have some...
I do in... They're hiding it. You need to collect.
Okay, upstairs. I like how the flies go through the stairs. Like, they don't need to use the stairs, but why not? No.
Well done, you...
You got all yours.
Well done. Did you manage? Yes. She wouldn't get... Here's the flux, and here are the... How long until... I'm afraid... I hope you're not... Well, of course it... I've got a back. Come on, Ron.
This is a highlight.
No one uses this bathroom, so who cares?
Hogwarts is... I suppose I'd... Good luck.
Hogwarts is like a maze. Are we even in the same castle?
Harry? Crap, let's hope it's not...
Look, Ron, I'm faster than you. And he teleports.
Harry! Yeah, and why don't you go on, Harry? If it is, go on, Harry. Better watch out.
Get ready, duel! Come on, Harry!
Shut up.
Blimey!
And the round goes to Harry Potter! Get ready, duel! Come on, Harry!
Expelliarmus! If you try this...
Oh, oh, oh!
Oh, come on, really? I'm in danger. Not anymore.
Hissing furiously, the snake slithered towards Justin Finch-Fletchley. "Leave him alone," Harry shouted. At least, that was what he thought he'd shouted. When he looked up at Justin, he was met with an angry look.
What do you think you're playing at?
The snake was lying slumped on the floor, docile as a thick black garden hose. So why was Justin, and everybody else for that matter, regarding him with a look of horror?
You're a parcel mouth, Harry. Why didn't you tell us?
Harry didn't know what a parcel mouth was, so Ron told him.
You can talk to snakes, Harry.
Hermione informed Harry that being able to talk to snakes was what Salazar Slytherin was famous for, and how the whole school was now going to think that he, Harry Potter, was the heir of Slytherin, and therefore responsible for the attacks. Dumbledore wasn't in his office when Harry...
It's a long-ass cutscene.
However, and nearby, Harry spotted the sorting hat. As he approached it, the hat spoke to him.
You've been wondering whether I put you in the right house, but I stand by what I said before. You would have done well in Slytherin.
Harry's heart plummeted. He told the hat he thought it was wrong, and then a strange...
Got something to eat in the meanwhile?
Made him wheel around. Harry yelled in shock as the bird burst into flames, only to emerge from the fire more beautiful than it was before. Then the office door opened, and Dumbledore came in.
Fawkes the Phoenix is really very handsome, isn't he, Harry?
Harry nodded, still shocked by the sight of the bird bursting into flames. Dumbledore explained how phoenixes were fascinating creatures.
They can carry immensely heavy loads, and they make highly faithful pets.
Dumbledore went on to say that he didn't believe Harry was the attacker plaguing Hogwarts, and he asked if Harry had anything that he wanted to tell. Harry thought of the disembodied voice he'd heard and his growing dread that he was connected to Salazar Slytherin, but in the end, he didn't want to say anything about them.
I finished just in time.
Now that everyone knows you don't... Of course, there's no way. Thanks. We need to finish the... Yes, I did. Okay, now what? We each have... I'm still not Ready? Ready? As I'll ever be. 1.
Why do they throw the flask on the floor?
Yeah, I'm below. Hermione. Fine. Well... Hermione said that, we need to... There's a Slytherin now. Quick, follow it.
Okay, I'm full health now. If this is the way to Slytherin's common room, I think it's gonna be quite tragic if somebody's late for lessons. No. Okay.
There you are. Have you two been pigging out in the Great Hall all the... How did... People seem... You must have...
No man,
You
I
know
just
haven't,
split there.
Doyle. How many times do I have to tell you? But I know one thing.
It's not really that important.
Last time the Secret was opened, a mudblood died.
What the fuck is happening?
So I bet it's only a matter of time before one of them is killed this time. I hope it's Granger.
What the fuck is happening outside? I'll split here.
She's gone mental! Jinx the flying objects before they hit you!
I have to remove that. of course. Throw toilet paper on me. Okay, I'll split here.
I'm glad we... I wonder what happened.
Harry, I'm...
Looks like you remember that. I thought it was... I'm going to see if...
Okay. Thing you go here to skip the dialogues. To Professor Lockhart's office.
Guess what, Harry? I hope, Madam...
Then it's 30 Milios and Valentine's Day.
No need to worry. Watch my expense do this. Are you ready? Very stylish. Just like me. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no.
Dear, dear.
That's see. Very stylish. Just like me. Oh dear. Dear, dear. Oh dear. Dear, dear. One more to go. Perfection! Very stylish. Just like me. Oh dear. Oh dear. You've earned the pot if you come back. Time to put the spec.
If you come back, are you crazy?
Excellent. Now, run up.
The race for the House Cup continues. Ravenclaw. Hufflepuff. Slytherin. Gryffindor. Gryffindor are in the lead on house points. The race for the House Cup is heating up.
The race is heating up. It's not really a race. It's like a duel between Gryffindor and Slytherin.
Happy Valentine! I've arranged my friendly card-carrying cupids.
Are you?
Valentine.
prefer the troll part in HP1. This one is actually stupid. Look, they just put Dumbledore's face model on dwarves with wings, a bow.
Harry flicked through the blank pages of the diary. Then he pulled out a bottle of scarlet ink, dipped his quill into it, and dropped a blot onto the first page. Excited, Harry loaded up his quill and wrote, "My name is Harry Potter." Then at last, something happened. Oozing back out of the page came words Harry had never written. Harry nearly upset his ink bottle, and then more words appeared on the page.
I know all about the Chamber of Secrets. 50 years ago, the chamber was opened and a girl was killed. I caught the person who opened the chamber all those years ago.
Harry paused for a second, and then wrote 2 letters. OK. The pages of the diary began to blow as though caught in a high wind, and then the diary seemed to open up, and Harry was pitched headfirst into the opening. Harry saw that he was standing in a corridor in Hogwarts dungeons. Peering through a crack made by an open door was a boy of about 16. Harry knew at once that this was Tom Riddle, the owner of the diary. Then Harry heard someone speaking in a low whisper.
Come on, we've got to get you out of here. Come on now, in the box.
The voice definitely belonged to Hagrid, who, Harry now saw, was crouching down in front of a large box. Riddle suddenly stepped out from the doorway.
Evening, Rubeus. It's all over. I'm going to have to turn you in. The least Hogwarts can do is make sure the thing that killed that girl is slaughtered.
The young Hagrid rose up to his full height and roared at the top of his voice.
It wasn't him. He wouldn't. He never.
And then, from out of the box came something that made Harry let out a long, piercing scream unheard by anyone. A vast, low-slung, hairy body and a tangle of black legs, a gleam of many eyes and a pair of razor-sharp pincers. The thing scuttled away, tearing up the corridor and out of sight.
No!
The scene whirled, the darkness became complete, and Harry landed with a crash. Later, Harry met up with Ron and Hermione.
What's up?
Harry could barely get the words out of his mouth.
It was Hagrid, Ron. Hagrid opened the Chamber of Secrets 50 years ago.
Oh no. Hagrid, what have you done?
Riddle might have got the wrong person. Maybe it was some other monster that was attacking people.
Hagrid, we've always...
I'm going to the library to see if I can find...
Of course, we do the hard work. Well, I mean, I do the hard work.
You better be careful, Ron. We're not... Let's split... Remember that you need to collect these to power up your cloak. They only last a short amount of time, so... You can unlock the doors by using these pressure pads. You just need to charm... Wingardium Leviosa. Nice one, Wingardium Leviosa!
Snape, you sick bastard. At least here.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Can probably jump there, but
who's there?
here's McGonagall.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Actually, McGonagall scares me the most here. Yet, McGonagall scares me. Okay, checkpoint.
Wingardium Leviosa!
I think they need CCTVs in Hogwarts. That should make it easier. No, I'm scared. Fuck you, Filch.
Who's there?
Shut up. I'm not here. Okay, here's Snape.
This pressure pad has a different image on it, and there are no objects to charm.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Who am I? A clock?
You made...
Yet again.
That must be quiet.
Look at it.
So, you learning?
Come on now.
If anyone wanted to find out some stuff,
Ron, Look at all the spiders. I'm going... All right. Hagrid said to follow the spiders. Ah!
Stop. I need Verdimilius. Stop jumping. Now I need incendiary. Yeah, the trolls. When I was a kid, I always asked my brother to do this. I'm still here, but that's stupid. Come on, move the camera. You don't even take damage. I mean, what's the point there? You can't see me, okay? I was scared for nothing. Look. So easy. So easy. Okay, Aragog. I can't do the fast Aragog strat, if that's what it's called. Oh, look at the size.
They take it
like a puppy.
I win now.
So do
Nothing.
okay.
Go.
That's one thing I should learn. Okay. Can we go?
The car screeched to a halt, and Harry dived inside.
Hurry up, Ron!
The door slammed shut, and Ron didn't need to touch the accelerator because the car was already speeding away. They sped out of the hollow, branches whipping the windows as the car wound its way cleverly through the widest gaps, following a path it obviously knew. After 10 noisy, rocky minutes, the trees thinned and the car stopped so suddenly they were nearly thrown through the windscreen. They had reached the edge of the forest. Harry and Ron arrived safely back in the Gryffindor.
I'm sure the
What's
spark
the point of going in there?
went better
What
than
we
my
found
PB.
out? I'd like to know that Hagrid never opened the Chamber of Secrets. He was innocent.
Okay. Gotta get Lockhart.
Harry. I am very... I also...
Oh no, Aragog met moaning. Go to the gun. Look, he's the defense. Okay. Ginny will be all right, won't she, Harry? Don't worry, Ron. We'll rescue her, and then
We'll rescue her. Will rescue her. If that's what you wanted to say. Never mind.
Oh, Mr. Potter.
Professor.
Okay.
Oh,
I think I saved time even here.
How?
No, where? By the sinks.
Look! The taps are turning into snakes. Try saying something. Okay, I'll try. Open!
Come to me.
I'll go first.
Well,
we'll be right...
Oh dear.
I'll be first. They'll go faster than me anyway. Come on, Ron. Be a guy. The slide is actually better, since it's not laggy at all. Where are you going, Harry?
Harry.
Lost it.
See?
I shall go back.
Oh no.
Yes, indeed. The famous Lockhart.
Watch out for the memory charm!
I missed. And I missed again. Let's see if I can get cutscene skip.
Ron!
No.
There's something? What do we got? Well, we can't get... There's only one... Okay, Harry.
Remember, I got the cutscene skip. Cutscene dialogues. Whatever.
Let me kill you.
Nah, not yet. I'm actually low enough. Okay, you can skip this. Forgotten carbon.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Now drop this. I need this.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Can you skip this? I guess not. I don't trust him. So I'll just let him pass. Okay. Okay. I need to prepare the potion. Collect. Dark hall. Okay, the one with the knights. Two. Okay, the last one. And done. Yeah, right on my way.
Ginny!
She's alive, but only just. Ginny's been writing in the diary for months. Ginny Weasley opened
Tom,
the Chamber of
it's
Secrets.
been a long time.
She daubed threatening messages on the walls, and I'm afraid. So one day, Tom,
Yes, yes. You are Lord Voldemort. Just turn the lights off. Can you call this a boss fight? Okay, give me the sword.
You've got a Gryffindor sword. Maybe I can redirect the basilisk venom.
Nah. No. I fucked up. Oh. Thank you, Tia. I might have to the time, but I don't care.
There was silence. silence except for the steady drip of ink still oozing from the diary.
I'll check later.
The basilisk venom had burnt a sizzling hole right through it. Shaking all over, Harry pulled himself up. His head was spinning as though he'd travelled miles by flue powder. Ginny drew a great shuddering gasp.
It was me, Harry, but I swear I didn't mean to. Riddle made me. He took me over.
Harry told her that it was all right, but Riddle
that's a
and the
nice BB.
basilisk were finished.
Come on, Ginny, let's get out of
More
here.
than 3 minutes.
They were flying upwards. Before he'd stopped enjoying the ride, it was over. All three of them were hitting the wet floor.
But this
of
run
moaning
still
Myrtle
has
Park.
potential.
Harry told them everything. He told them about hearing the disembodied voice. How Hermione had finally realized that he was hearing a basilisk in the pipe.
I can
how Aragog had told him where the last victim
improve
of the
by
basilisk had died.
at least
How he
1
had
minute.
guessed that moaning Myrtle had
I
been
think.
the victim, and that the entrance to the basilisk's lair, the Chamber of Secrets, might be in her bathroom. Professor Dumbledore explained that 50 years ago, Lord Voldemort, as a 16-year-old Tom Riddle, had enchanted his diary, and that diary had enchanted Ginny. Later, Harry managed to release Dobby from the slavery of Lucius Malfoy. For
Well,
it was
at
Lucius
least now
Malfoy who
I have a
had
reference.
Tom Riddle's diary on the hapless Ginny Weasley. And as for Harry, well, once again, he truly was the boy who lived.